to the Cinema Gold Show with your host, Larry Leese. From the small screen to the big screen, we cover all the latest entertainment news. Join us on your favorite podcast platform or on YouTube every weekday.
After 8 feature films and an even ever more recognizable brand of cinema, we have come to expect a certain type of movie from Quentin Tarantino. He is in many ways the gold standard for many young and unapologetic filmmakers out there that think they have a new and distinct vision to share with the world. In the 1990s, Tarantino represented a break from Hollywood formulas that had been in place for most of the 1980s. To supplement his unique style of filming, Tarantino had the kind of rebellious, anti-establishment personality to match that made his work instant cult favorites. After more than 20 years in the business, 7 feature films under his belt, Tarantino is, per his own admission, an old guy who's managed to remain hip and cool to a substantial audience. However, what he did not say is that with time, his so-called style has lost some of its edge. Though Tarantino gives us plenty to appreciate in his latest film, The Hateful Eight, there's less laughter, less surprise, and less invention. When I listened to him speak on YouTube recently about his progress as a filmmaker, I also heard Tarantino exclaim as confident as he always has that he can see the growth he has experienced as a filmmaker when looking back at his career. Tarantino alluded as to how his methods have improved to his awareness of scene construction and framing into a growing confidence in his own abilities. While one can't deny his gifts as a postmodern wordsmith of dense yet vivacious scripts, none of his expertly conceived cinematic skills can be substitutes for a lack of ideas. In fact, for the first time, after watching this movie, I felt as if Tarantino had recycled and reshot some of what worked, and even what did not, from Django Unchained and films like Reservoir Dogs. Like in his debut, Tarantino hides the motives of most of the characters so that the audience puzzles over the unspoken mysteries as the action takes place. Slowly the truth is revealed, but instead of coming out in a sudden twist, it is revealed via a flashback sequence. Even though I realized that Tarantino is perhaps trying to present his neo-Western film through the prism of a playful Agatha Christie crime drama, I deem the flashback sequence as unnecessary. Sure, it is fun to see Channing Tatum charm his way to a welcoming black lady by speaking French, but apart from that little pleasure, did the flashback scene really reveal anything in particular that couldn't have been elucidated with a short confession or an explanation? Did we really find out anything about the characters that was completely needed to appreciate the film fully? I don't think so. With time, Tarantino seems to have gotten cocky about editing. He loves his own creation so much that he no longer knows when to end them or when to trim the fat out of his films. Though his work has always shown a fondness for violence, crass language, and larger-than-life characters, in The Hateful Eight, there is an overabundance of all the above without achieving the kind of results he has in the past. As I ponder about what I saw and how it was constructed, there seems to be a whole lot of empty space in the film that is filled with humorous yet unimportant banter. At the same time, the film feels a bit ecstatic, not by the claustrophobic setting it takes place in, but by the steely pace it had at certain points, most especially in its first act. Elevated by the electrifying and never funnier Shakespearean verbiage of Samuel L. Jackson, and confident returns to the spotlight by Kurt Russell and Jennifer Jason Leigh, The Hateful Eight is as fun to watch as any other Tarantino film, but not as essential. And I give this a C. Could have been better, but wasn't as bad as some may say it is. And that's our review of The Hateful Eight. Let us know your thoughts on this film by sending us a tweet at Cinema Gold Show, or leave us a message on Instagram at the Cinema Gold Show, or on Facebook. Just search Cinema Gold Show. Thanks for watching. And if you like what you hear and see on our podcast, buy us a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/cinemagold. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you for watching the Cinema Gold Show. If you liked what you heard, subscribe to our podcast on all major platforms. Follow us on Twitter at Cinema Gold Show. and like us on Instagram at The Cinema Gold Show. Support the show by buying us a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/cinemagold. As always, thank you for listening.